What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Poke Office. My name is Colin. Today's video is on Temporal Forces. It's officially been out for 2 months, which is crazy because on Friday this week, literally a couple days from now, Twilight Masquerade comes out. So Pokemon is just going 2 months, 2 months, 2 months. It seems like Temporal Forces is one of these strange sets that I think is actually really, really good. And yet it feels like people have almost already forgot about it. Like there's so much craze going on in Sword and Shield that maybe Paradox Rift, Temporal Forces have kind of been lost in the disarray of it all. Anyways, we'll take a look at what the cards have been up to over the last month, because the first month, there was lots of movement. This month, quite a bit of movement as well. Maybe not so much as the first month, but lots of red, lots of cards heading down. So now might be a time to get some of these cards if you haven't picked them up yet. Let's take a look. All right, we're starting off with the booster box. Not a ton of change. It's $104.94 in the market price today. And honestly, this one didn't drop below $100, so not too bad. It feels like people are just kind of almost forgetting about Paradox Rift, Temporal Forces. It'll be interesting to see what Twilight Masquerade has to offer as well. Then the Elite Trainer boxes, these are down a little bit. This one, the Iron Leaves version, is at $31.88. The Walking Wake version at $32.04. So pretty similar, and both down 7 or 8%, which isn't too bad. The Sleeve Booster Pack at $3.04, literally almost no change, 4-cent change. And same with just the regular booster pack, not booster box, typo, is only down 4 cents, so not a ton of change there. Getting into the cards, quite a few gold cards to start us off. I took every card that's still above $10, which is quite a few of them still, which is part of the reason why I really like this set. Gouging Fire, hyper rare card at $11.08. It had been at a high of $16.33 over the last month. Walking Wake, hyper rare, similar at $11.68, down a little bit, but not very much. Then we got the Iron Leaves EX down 4.1% to $12.13. Not a ton of movement there. The Raging Bolt actually has come down a little bit, but by a little bit, I'm looking at like $1. It hasn't moved all that much, down 6.4%. Then we got the Iron Crown. This one has actually dropped quite a bit because this card was a little bit more popular than the rest of them. The Iron Crown, like just the double rare Iron Crown, the hyper rare Iron Crown, and the special illustration rare Iron Crown have all been hot. But this one's down almost $5, down 25.6%, currently at $13.40 in the market price. We got our first special illustration rare. The Salvatore is actually up, one of the few in this presentation that is going to be in the green, up 26.9% over the last month to $15.28, and it did actually hit that high of $18.75. Here's the thing. I pulled this card twice now, and it just doesn't do it for me. The artwork is absolutely spectacular. I love the detail in it, but it's just like not one of those cards that's like, oh, wow, I can't believe I pulled the Salvatore, if that makes any sense. Ghastly. I made outrageous claims in the last time I talked about Temporal Forces, saying that this could potentially be the next Magikarp. Doesn't look that way anymore. So my apologies. It was just an outlandish take. But I mean, Ghastly is one of those popular Pokemon. There's Gengars in there, there's Haunters in there, and a little Meowth in the foreground hiding, which is kind of cool. I still absolutely love the card. Haven't maybe I have pulled it in English. I can't actually remember, but it would be awesome to pull it again, that's for sure. Currently at $18.87. Then we got another special illustration rare. The first Pokemon SIR is the Iron Boulder EX, and this one down 20.8% to $20.76. So it's down, I don't know, $5 or $6. Not crazy movement there. The Airy special illustration rare had hit a high of $33.34 midway through April and then into the start of May, and then it came back down a bit to 5.7% down overall over the last month to $27.57. Then we got Bianca's Devotion. This one dropped a couple bucks as well, from $33.31 to $30.28. Then we got the Prime Catcher, the one ace spec card that is still holding up well on here, but it's down 26.8% to $22.54. So this one is dropping. The other ones didn't even make the list, being above $10. So Iron Leaves, this, as you probably know, was the top card on opening day of Temporal Forces, and it's continued to drop 17.1%. 22% over the last month, from $45.31 to $37.58, still holding up nicely. Gouging Fire, another similar graph, big drops, and now it's leveled off over the last kind of week or so, from $50.91 down 22.3% to $39.57, where it's currently at in the market price. Walking Wake EX actually is rebounding a little bit. So started at $50.27, hit a low of $37.28, and now back up a little bit to $44.06, which means overall over the last month down 12.4%. A really cool card. This is an interesting one. This one had those buyouts happening. This one spiked all the way up to close to $90, $95. And that happened like midway through the first month of Temporal Forces. Now it even started a month ago, still pretty high, $74.80, and it's dropped pretty drastically, almost back to where it started. So did you buy this one high? Did you sell it high? Did you buy it low and sell? It's hard to know. Big manipulation on this card from what it seemed like. Current market price is $45.88. Then we got the two biggest cards of the set, the Raging Bolt EX, down 6.7% to $62.56. Actually has made a nice comeback here over the last couple days because it did hit a low of $49.60. Leading us to the last card, the Iron Crown EX, the top card of Temporal Forces, and it's down 16.2% over the last month. So started at $82.95, currently at $69.48. So what does this all mean? I mean, like I said in the introduction, I think Temporal Forces is in that strange zone of Scarlet and Violet era where people are still so focused on Sword and Shield era that maybe they're missing out on Scarlet and Violet era, Paradox Rift, Temporal Forces, even Paldean Fates to some extent. Because here's what I absolutely love about Temporal Forces. You've got tons of big hit cards that are all in that like $30 to $50 area. It really reminds me of a Chilling Reign style of set where there's lots of really cool cards to hit. There's obviously the big chase cards in the Raging Bolt and the Iron Crown EX, but there's a lot of really good other secondary options when you pull that special illustration rare card. We've talked about it before, but Temporal Forces also has those extremely hard pull rates, especially considering what pull rates have been like so far in Scarlet and Violet era. I mean, there was 2 cases of booster boxes that I opened that only had 2 special illustration rares out of 6 booster boxes. So pull rates really got a lot tougher, and it'll be interesting to know now that Twilight Masquerade is almost upon us, that what is that pull rate going to be like? Is it going to continue to be hard in the middle of Scarlet and Violet era? Are they going to backtrack and go back to a little bit easier? It's hard to know, but overall, I am a big fan of Temporal Forces. The pull rates, like, they're kind of tough to get on board with, but a lot of really great hits in the set. If you've been liking this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel with bell notifications on for me. Hit the like button. Leave a comment letting me know, are you still opening Temporal Forces? It honestly feels like people have just forgot about it. Like, I have kind of forgot about it. And obviously I haven't forgot about it, but I've been talking about other stuff so much that Temporal Forces is pretty low on the list. So anyways, that's kind of my initial thoughts on Temporal Forces. Really excited to see where it goes in the future because I do think it's a really good set. And of course, now we got to open up 10 packs. So here we go, 10 packs of Temporal Forces coming at you. So yeah, like legitimately, I'm not sure when's the last time I opened Temporal Forces. Usually I'm like all in on the newest set quite a bit just because, yeah, I haven't opened a ton of it, and I don't know, it's just fun to open the new set. And yet Temporal Forces, after that like first month, kind of just, I don't know, been other stuff. Sword and Shield has been going so crazy that Temporal Forces has been lost in translation. And then they've already announced the newest set in Shrouded Fable. Twilight Masquerade hasn't even come out yet, so lots going on in the Pokemon scene. Ooh, Iron Crown, there we go. That's I'm pretty sure that's still the best double rare hit you can get. So not too shabby, not too shabby. But yeah, pull rates in this set are extremely tough. It sure felt like it. And in terms of the live streams happening on the Poke Office, I mean, when pull rates are tough, it makes it hard to maintain like really big excitement. Whereas when pull rates are huge, like Paldean Fates, when you're pulling baby shinies and getting like 7 or 8 pulls out of 10 packs, I mean, it's pretty easy to get excited. So definitely a little bit of a change of pace for sure. But that's I'm okay with Pokemon doing it. I think if pull rates were easy on this set, the prices might have even come down a little bit more, because that's the one downfall of Temporal Forces, is that it doesn't have that Pokemon that is like an absolute showstopper that people just can't get enough of. Iron Crown is really cool. The Raging Bolt, really cool, but it's not the like original 151 Pokemon, or like a really popular Pokemon like Tyranitar or something like that, you know? Or there's, I don't know. It doesn't have the broad appeal of the Pokemon market, because it's still this future and ancient gimmick, so to speak, which I think is really cool, honestly. But Farigiraf, okay, there we go. Second hit of the day. The ultra rare Terra card. I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't think that one's worth very much. It's kind of funny because they actually are pretty cool cards, and yet almost all of the Terra cards, like the ultra rare Terra cards, are just not worth much. Like, they don't do it for people, even though I think they are pretty cool. So, all right, we got to get another hit. Another hit. Come on, baby. Come on. So 3 packs left. See if we can get 1 or 2 more hits. Not here. Okay. 2 packs left. Well, this is the last video before Twilight Masquerade releases, so that'll be another interesting thing. There's going to be an opening day live stream happening on release day, where we're going to open up a bunch of packs of it, so that'll be exciting. And I don't know, we'll see. I can't believe we're already literally the middle of Scarlet and Violet era. It feels like time is just flying. Like, imagine this is the chilling reign of Scarlet and Violet era. Nothing on that last pack. The chilling reign of Scarlet and Violet era. That means that we're getting into like the really deep, good stuff of Scarlet and Violet era. So when is like the set gonna drop that's gonna just absolutely obliterate the market, like in Evolving Skies? 3 hits, nothing too crazy, but that Iron Crown is actually pretty nice. Anyways, that's going to do it for me at the Poke Office. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit all those buttons for me. Subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, and let me know what you think. Appreciate you all for watching, and until my next video, which is the Twilight Masquerade release day markets coming out on opening day of Twilight Masquerade. Peace!